Hello, my friend. In this video, I want to show you a good DIY martial arts training device. Stick around. I'm sure many of you have heard of what a Makiwara is, especially if you've trained in any kind of karate. I've been wanting to create something similar. It's not a Makiwara, but it's very similar to its purpose. Before I show you what I've done, I want to kind of talk about the primary purpose for something like this and how advantageous it is to your training. Something like this differs from bag training or speed bag training or just hitting one big blunt object. This gives you the ability to condition your hands for strikes, but it also helps you develop accuracy, giving you an opportunity to focus on a very small point of contact. And here it is. I've got this board nailed to a tree. I found some really hard foam material that I was able to cover and tape up, and then I've got it secured with duct tape to this piece of wood. There's really no real instruction here. I took a piece of solid wood. You don't even need one this thick. It's just what I had laying around. And I found this foam. I had some material that was like a really hard type of foam material, and I just covered it up, so it can handle a little bit of weather and abuse. I can take this down if I want to. I can rip this right off of here. It's secured with a lot of duct tape. I can rip this right off and just put more duct tape on it if I want to keep that portion of it out of the weather. You have to hit this with good form or it's very easy to turn your wrist, and that's one reason why I like this so much. It's hard enough to condition your hands, but it's also soft enough to hit with some force. It brings up another point with regards to punching in the street. You'll notice if you punch something like this in a conventional way, it's very easy to turn your wrist like this. Oftentimes in the street, this is my preferred striking method, or this way, slightly diagonal. I can punch that way and not turn my wrist. It's also great for a rolling hands drill. It's just good target practice. It's just a small area to focus on. You can do conditioning for open hand strikes. Hand conditioning is paramount. And I say this all the time to individuals who are concerned about learning how to protect themselves. You've got to strengthen your hands and your wrist when it comes to striking. And there's got to be a balance between hitting something that can condition your hands without destroying your hands. I wouldn't expect anybody to just start punching trees. That would be ridiculous. You wouldn't be able to punch the trees with any power anyway without feeling severe pain unless you had like crazy conditioning. I'm sure there's people out there doing that. I just don't recommend it. But something like the Makiwara or something similar to what I've concocted here gives you the ability to hit something with a lot of resistance, something that, that if you're not prepared, it'll really jar you. And I'm able to hit this target with right much force. I don't necessarily go at it full contact, but it gives me the ability to hit hard and accurate. It doesn't have to be elaborate. You can get in tight like this, practice back fist to the eyes, boom. Simple crosses. The only hard part of this is finding the right kind of foam material. You don't want it to be really cushy. You don't want your hand to go through it and hit the wood. You want it to be strong enough to absorb a punch. You just kind of have to look around. I got my foam from the inside of a Takuma Tack knife package. But listen how solid it is. Can totally absorb a hard punch. Short, sweet, and to the point. This is ultra simple, but ultra effective. A platform and a hard piece of foam, just secure it with a good piece of duct tape. Just roll the duct tape up and stick it to the back of it and then just stick it right to your wooden platform. Again, it's got to be good enough foam to absorb some good hard punches, but mainly use this to develop your hands and focus on accuracy. Thanks for watching. Take care.